Making the decision to niche down in your business isn't easy. If it was, then everyone would do it. Truly, they really would, especially if they see that what you're doing is successful. So, listen to today's episode on whether niching is for you. Hello, you're listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. This podcast is for high-achieving, courageous women who want growth and the know-how to scale their business online. Running a business is a journey and a process. The more we learn in action, the more we succeed. If you're a woman in business, this is the podcast for you. Be in the 5% of businesses that make it. Let's get bold and create the life we desire. I'm bringing my passion to you through advice, coaching, inspiration, and support to help you create and design the life and business you want to live. I am a Dubsado expert, CPD certified in social media platforms, and a lover of admin systems and processes. I am an accredited ICF coach specialising in trauma and narcissism. My own coaching journey has supported my growth immensely, and I want to share those highlights with you to inspire and give you courage. Let's get intentional with our goals and make them happen. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Courageous Goals podcast this week. I would like to talk to you about niching and if it's the right way to go for you in your business. So, what does it really mean to niche? Niching is identifying a particular audience that you can speak directly to rather than the general audience themselves. So it's really getting down to the nitty gritty of what it is that you do in a specific detailed way. It's important if you choose to niche because you will become known in what you do and you will be found easier on places like Google, social media, any sort of PR that you might do. You will really get to be known for what you do, and people will start to say, oh, I know Leanne does this and she works on that. You need to speak to her. So niching down can really benefit you if you want to be found and referred in that way. Is it better to niche? Niching gives you a focus. You can be really specific, direct and clear, and you can create everything that you need to support your audience if you niche right down. So an example of a niched business could be what I do. So I work with life and business coaches to save time by adding processes and automations in their business. Or it could be what I used to do, which was running a sensory franchise, specifically working with babies and children up to the age of 5. So they are specific niches. You could look at something completely different, like creating a vegan cream that's targeting a specific audience. If you choose to niche right down, you're probably wondering how to target the right market. So you would need to work out your audience's passion, what they like to do, where they like to be, and their interests, and really research this. Research it everywhere. You'll soon start to work out and clearly identify their problems and come up with ways to solve these for them. This might mean that you've already put every single effort into a marketing strategy when really you need to be using a completely different strategy because you've decided to niche down. So you could have put everything into perhaps Facebook and it's really worked well for you in the past, but you're now choosing to niche down on something really specific already in what you're doing, but you want to work with certain people or sell a certain service or product. And in that case, it may not be Facebook that you need at all. It could be something completely different. It could still be social media, but a different platform. Or it might be that you just really need to get present with PR and writing articles in magazines. It could be absolutely anything. You really need to work out where you need to be and be present right in front of your audience. And again, this is where the know, like, and trust factor come in, because what you're doing speaks right to your audience, and they're getting to know you and what you share, how you present, which then they work out whether they like you or not, and if they want to engage with you, create a connection and a relationship. And then the trust factor then comes in. So they know you, they like you, and they now trust you. Now let's just quickly look at the disadvantages of niching. If you niche, you're talking to a much smaller audience, which effectively could not benefit your business because you have niched right down to a specific audience. And in that case, you won't be talking to the general public, you won't be talking to a bigger audience, which might become harder for you to sell, advertise, whatever it is that you do. Another disadvantage is that you're likely to attract competition if what you're doing is successful, because everyone will want to do it. It also makes you vulnerable to market changes, which in this case, it would be a matter of working on your product, on your service, to make it really secure and to make it work for you. So when deciding whether to niche or not, that really is a personal choice. If it was easy, absolutely everyone would do it. You need to be clear on what it is that you want to do, who you like working with, and if there is a need for what you're doing. When deciding whether to niche, think about what you truly, truly love and how you can really help people, how you can really solve their pain points, their problems, their issues, all the things that they are having in their life and their business. Can you really solve it for them? And can you make it worth selling so that people will invest and purchase your product or your service? Working out your niche isn't easy, but you can do it if that's what you choose to do. Or put it this way, if you want to grow, niching will give you a good chance of doing that because you are unique in what you do. And again, this brings me back to what I talked about at the beginning. Being unique in what you do will help you be found, and people will refer other people to you because you are the one that is known for whatever it is that you have niched in. So the big question is niching the right way to go? I can't answer that for you. Only you can answer that, but I can help you get to that answer. So I want you to think about a couple of questions. What makes you feel really, really good at what you do and gives you fulfillment? And what are you actually good at? That should give you a few light bulb moments and make you feel, actually, this is the way to go. This is what I need to be doing and offering my service to my audience. Because remember, you can't solve everything for everyone. You just can't. It's not possible. You need to work on something specific. You need to work on a specific area to be able to solve the pain points of your audience. That doesn't mean you have to niche. It really, really doesn't. But you can't be everything for everyone. I am hugely guilty of trying to solve everything for everybody. I don't know if you might have seen, but if I have the answer and I can solve the pain point for that person, whether they're a client or not, I will spend time on whatever that specific thing is and support people, because I just love supporting women in business. And I really do get a sense of fulfillment and joy out of doing it. However, I know that that's not benefiting me. It's not benefiting my business. And ultimately, it has caused me to burn out quite a few times. So this year, I have really got specific on what it is that I'm doing in my business. And I am really learning to niche down in what I'm offering. And it's given me several light bulb moments. It's given me so much clarity, it really has. And that's why I've got to the stage that I'm at now, because I am redesigning my website. I'm completely revamping my services in what I do with my clients. And I have been able to really work on what it is that I'm putting out there and what the world is seeing. So that's really taught me some valuable lessons in business, especially this year. This year has been a huge learning journey. I say this year, we're like halfway through 2022. So it's more given me the clarity that I've needed in the last year. So it started more so last year when I began my coaching diploma. And I really wouldn't be where I am without having done that coaching diploma and meeting all of my peers in our training. And I know I'd actually talk about it quite a lot, but truly the value in coaching it's just amazing. And I quite often say it's a magical process. Even just having the one session, it really is magical, because I'm one of those, I'm quite known for it, where I go into a session and I usually don't know what it is that I would like to work on. Even if we're working on something specific in a program, I don't know what it is that I want to work on. And my coach, or several coaches that I now have, because we've worked together with our peers, they all have come to know that I don't know what I want to work on. So they have been able to really draw it out of me and say, okay, so you don't know what you want to work on today. So where are you at right now? What's going on for you today in Leanne's world or Leanne's business? And that has really, really helped, like massively, because by the end of a session, when you've got to an hour, you've completely gone down a different path. And it just gives you so much clarity on where you're at right now, even if you didn't realise where it is that you are right now. So the point of me talking about a coaching session is because when you're trying to work out if you need to niche or what you need to niche in, a coaching session or a program of coaching sessions can really support that development, and you can explore these things together. So if coaching is for you and you think that it can really help you with niching down and finding out what it is that you need to focus on in your business, I would highly recommend it. Okay, so I hope today's episode has supported you in being able to find out whether you need to niche in your business or not. If you need to re-listen to this episode and go back to the very beginning to, go over again what it is and what it means to niche, how important it is, whether it's better to niche or not, how to target the right market, and if it really is for you. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it could be worth considering. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. Think about your niche and let me know if I can help. Thank you so much for listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode and taken something of value for you. If you'd love more advice, coaching, inspiration and support, head on over to join many other courageous women in business in our free community group over on Facebook. We'd love to welcome you. You can also find free useful resources over on the website at leannebrown.com/resources. Right, that's all for this week. I look forward to sharing another episode with you next week.